Philippines. And I know I talked about this before, and that was actually related to transporting them here. This actually is about a totally different topic. It's about the well being of the dogs when they're here. And this is mainly because of the heat situation. Um, I have an Alaskan Malamute, and yes, they have a double coat, they have a guard coat, and a whole bunch of wool underneath that protects them from uh, the, the the deep cold that's in Alaska. Like they can live down to something like minus 57, and they can sleep a whole night out there in the snow, and they don't care because they got the protective material on them. In Calgary, they were fine because Calgary weather it's not nowhere near as hot as it's here, and we do actually have a winter which lasts like 3/4 of the year there. So they love the snow. They like to go outside, but here there's no snow, and they don't have any way of cooling themselves. Uh, Air conditioning in the house would help, but it's bloody expensive. It's expensive to buy. Rental places don't usually have an aircon installed. You have to get your own, and then of course you have to pay uh, for the price of electricity to run it, which apparently is pretty high. Electricity apparently it's not that cheap here. So anyway, um, my girl Nellie, she is the Malamute. She, as soon as I got here, maybe a week or so, I noticed that she started to smell like a toilet, and I was wondering what's happening with her. And her back end, her bum, and her tail, and her pants, they were all soaking wet, and she was soaked in her own pee. And this was happening on a regular basis. I gave her a bath, and then she would do it again and again and again, and she still does it 4 months later. I thought she would grow out of it, but I think she uh, pees herself in her sleep, and so she smells like a toilet constantly, and it makes me gag when she comes into my bedroom and sleeps on the floor. Of course, there's a fan there, and the fan just grabs all that stink and blows it in my face, and sometimes it's unbearable. But yeah, so I'm hoping that any one of my fans, people who watch this, if you have any idea why this is happening, or if you're a vet, even better, maybe you can give me some advice on if there's anything that I can do about it. I couldn't think of anything really. It's just happening on a regular basis, and I wish that it would stop. My other dog, he's a Great Pyrenees. He doesn't have any problems. He got accustomed to the heat. He is just happy-go-lucky right now. He doesn't have a problem being out in the sun or walking with me. She's always kind of lethargic, sleeping all the time. Yeah, I take her out. I mean, she's 10. So she's not a puppy or anything, but I've had dogs before that lived up to almost 17 years old, and they didn't have any problems with incontinence. I was starting to read a little bit on the internet, and I can't find anything that's conclusive. Uh, they did mention incontinence, and I really don't think I'm hoping it's not, but I mean, what is it that I can do? So if you got any advice from me, I'd really appreciate it. Uh, Put it in my comments. Maybe leave your email address, and I can email you, and we can talk about it. Maybe I can get some advice off of you. Thank you very much. Have a great day.